So in this screencast I want to show you how to create your Google form. So the first thing you obviously want to do is make sure you go back to your strategic planning map and see if your Google where your Google form fits in, and then to see if it still is appropriate to put it in that place. So I am going to I have mine in there as an application package for CDD foster parent. So I'll show you my example here in a minute. Now, let me also show you an example that I created, just so you can kind of get a general idea of the layout. So I am in edit mode right here. This is where I'll create all my questions, and I can add a variety of different questions. This is one that I had you fill out early in the semester. So this is edit mode. I can look at all the responses here, either right on the page. And this has a lot of names, so I can scroll down though, and I can look at all of the responses in chart form. And I can also look at it in spreadsheet view, where everybody's individual responses come right into a spreadsheet, which is the most powerful part of Google Forms. So this is all edit mode in the responses, and then I can preview it. I can look at the live form here, and this is the form that I would send out to people to complete, to fill out and then submit to me. Okay. So I just wanted to give you an introduction, kind of an example of a different form. Now this is my Comfy Dog Days. This is the one for my project that I'm working on. It's a foster application. So some of the things you're going to make sure that you add to your project are, you'll want a title. You'll want to make sure that you have a brief description in here, letting the people who are going to be filling this out, letting them know what they have to do. And then you're going to have at least 5 different types of questions. Now I have many more than 5, but you have to have at least 5 that are different question types. So I can't have all short answers. I can't have all multiple choice questions. I've got to switch it up so that I've got at least 5 different types, and we'll go through that right now. And I also have to make sure that I change the background color. I can add a banner to it as well, so you can kind of see that my banner I've added into the form. Okay. So let's go ahead to get started with this. You'll go to your My ASU page and then come over to My Drive. And you'll come up to the New button, and you'll go to More and select Google Forms. Okay, and this is where you want to start adding some things in. The first thing is your description, so your title, so Comfy Dog Days Foster Application, and then I want to put a description in there. Okay, make sure that my form, when I click on Untitled there, it automatically is going to take the title there. So I want to put my description here, and so that I can save some time on this video, I'm just going to copy and paste it from here to here. Okay, and this just tells the people who are going to submit the application what they need to do. And then down here I've got my questions. When I click on the question, it'll open up into editing mode. I can change between all these different types of questions, and this is where you're going to want 5 of these different types throughout your form. Okay, so my first one I'm going to change to a short answer, and because this is an application, I want the person's name. Okay, so I'll say, actually I'll change it to your name. If it's an anonymous survey that you're having people fill out, then you obviously wouldn't have them fill out the name, but I'm going to use the name. I'm going to make this required so that they have to answer this question in order to submit it. Okay, and then it'll automatically save when I click outside of it. Alright, I'm just going to go really quick and preview it to see what my form looks like right now. So this is my edit mode, okay, where I've got all these editing tools, and this is my live mode, which this is the one that I'll post on my site and I'll submit into Blackboard. Okay, but this is how it looks so far. I'd put my name in there, and I would click on submit. Okay, obviously mine's going to have more than that, but you get the idea. So I've created my first question. If I want to look at the responses, looks like one person submitted. That was just me. It came in right here. So now let's start adding some more questions. I've got a toolbar over here where I can add pictures, a video. I can kind of separate it out. I can add another title or description. These are some options that you can certainly play around with. So if you're doing an educational form, maybe you want to incorporate a video and then have the students answer questions from that video. You can do that, or some sort of tutorial, something like that. You could insert a picture or a video. Let's say you want to ask somebody about a certain art piece or a time in history. You can add a picture of that piece and then ask the question, you know, what time period was this from, and have a multiple choice test or something like that. Okay, but we're going to use, or I'm going to use this add question button, and for some reason it came above my name, so I'm just going to click on these dots and move it up here. I want to just move my questions around. I'll click on it, and now I might ask, let's see, how many animals do you have is my next question. So this is going to be a multiple choice question. Okay, and I click on the option 1, I can change it to 1. I can add an option, say 2, keep adding options. Okay, and I can add as many options as I want. Again, I want to make this required. Okay, if I don't like that question, I can delete it altogether. I can copy it if I have a similar type question. Let's say I'm going to add another question. This time I'm going to do a let's do a date. Okay, and say, when are you available to start? Okay, that way they can put in the month, day, and year that they're able to start required. So right now I have 3 questions, and all of them are different types of questions. I can continue to add questions, and I might do a paragraph. Explain why you want to. Okay, and this gives them the opportunity to add longer text. So I'll say required again, and let's go ahead and I just want to preview it again, see how it looks. Okay, now you can see that I've got all my questions in there with the submit button. Okay, so you'll do that. You'll have at least 5 questions, each of different types, but again, you can have more questions than that if you want. You want to make sure that you have your title and your description in here. The last thing you do want to do after you've added all your questions is you want to change the appearance of this. And to do that, you can come up here to color palette, and you can change the color, okay, to kind of fit the needs of your site. And you can also add a picture. So I can add a banner picture from up here. Now let's see. Don't think I have mine, but let's see. I can go out and I can select a picture from my computer. Let's see. I think I have. Let's see if this one of these is the one. Yeah, maybe this. Yeah, I'll try this one. Say open it up. It's going to ask you to select the area that you want, so you can drag this around. Okay, and I'll say select, and then it should come up into this this area right here. Okay, so obviously that doesn't look that great, but if I go ahead and I preview. Okay, that's how my banner looks right now. So not very good, but that's how you will go about adding a banner to yours. So it might just be a picture that relates to your topic. It doesn't necessarily have to be your logo. It can really be anything that fits in that banner. Okay. Now you also have some other settings here. Anyone at Arizona State University can answer or submit it. I like to change mine to anyone. Okay. There's some other options here that you can choose as well. And then you've got some other options here, but those aren't really necessary um, to go into much. There is a take a tour button, which will give you a kind of a walkthrough of what I'm doing in this screencast, an interactive tutorial that you can participate in as well. Okay, so again, just remember this is your edit view and this is your live view, and the live view will have the submit button. And in the next screencast, I'll show you how to submit into Blackboard and put it onto your site. Okay, thank you.